My iPad was giving me two different options at the same time. Is it? Oh, yay, the camera's still in the right place. Okay, no, no, it's just never gonna happen. I thought I was like 99% ready, and apparently my iPad went, no, you can't be ready for this. Not gonna happen. Sorry, Chatty, not gonna happen. Ha 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 ha. Oh well, it is what it is. Hi, Mary Alice. Hi, Doris. Hi, Kathy. Hi, everybody. Is Amira? Hi, Amira. Yes, Amira's in here. Yay. Hi, Mary. There's two Marys in here today. Yay. Hello, both Marys. Doris, Amira. Hello, everybody. So I was close to being ready. Really close to being ready, and then my iPad decided that it was going to give me next and go live at the same time, and it wouldn't let me hit go live, and I had to back out and I had to turn it off. Have you tried turning it off and turning it back on again? Actually, I didn't turn the whole iPad off. I just turned off the app and everything, but here I am. Hello, 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 hello. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. I hope you can. Hey, there's 12 of you already. Yay! Go us. All right, so I don't really have much of a specific plan today other than I am definitely going to test these. And I tell you what, if I could have gotten into this box without actually it showing that I'd gotten into this box, I would have opened this box ages ago, because I've seen the front of this and I have, you know, seen other people point it out and things like that, but I've never actually seen this box from the side. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Dotting tools. Look, they're not the normal little pointy dotty tools. They give you shapes. Shapes. Ah! I mean, for sure, I would have dug it. I would have dug into this. Hi, Mary. I would have definitely dug into this sooner if I could have, but there's no way to pull the top off without it being very obvious that you have opened the items. I don't care now. Now I can open it. Ha 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 ha. I've been waiting since I got this package in the mail today, so my husband brought it home, and I've been waiting to open this, and look at that. Oh my gosh, look at these tools. Look how beautifully well they are packaged in this. Oh my goodness, how does this open? Because there's stuff underneath there. How do I get this out? Do I get this out? Oh, it just lifts out. Oh, look at that. And it's got the little guide so you can sit there and chop the circle into sections. Hold on a second. I got to get Baby Bear. He's stuck on the floor right now. Apparently he has forgotten how to jump up onto my lap. Come on, baby man. I know. There you go. There you go. There's the Baby Bear. There's the Baby Bear. I know you forgot how to jump up on my lap, huh? All right, you got to get in your bed. Mommy's got to do this, so you got to be in your bed. Whoop. Butski upski. There you go. Bedtime. There you go. All right, so look how cool this set is. I mean, oh my gosh, look at these shapes. You can make all sorts of different shapes like that. This is so cool. I am so looking forward to testing this. This is like the first thing. Hey, Kelly, you're actually not that late. Of course, I didn't start on time this time because my iPad decided to be a butt. Okay, so anyway, this is really beautiful stuff. You know what? I think I'm actually going to keep this part, and I'm going to cut it out and use it as a card front for something, because that's really cool cardstock right there. Okay, so, hey, everybody. Let's see. I know I have Alabama in the house. I know I have Florida in the house. I know I have New York in the house. Where else do I have? I know I have a couple Floridas, actually. So, hi, everybody. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this little set right here, because I cannot wait to play with this. I really can't. And you can see over here on the side that I haven't cleaned this off yet. Oh, dear. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Ooh, the little tip came off the Arteza one. That's not supposed to happen. I'll just glue that back on. That's no big deal. I can just glue that back in place. But I'm going to start with this because I want to play with this. And I'm going to use the other side of one of these because this is the one that I played with earlier. And I did this with this art kit, with this dotting tool kit. So I'm going to do it with this one. Virginia is in the house. Yay! Welcome, Virginia. So here we go. I'm just too excited. I have other stuff to test. I brought other things out that I'm going to test and look at. Look, I finally bought one. Somebody said that it's better to buy it with the holder, so I bought one with the holder because I finally found it with the holder again. This was in Gainesville. This was in the Gainesville store. I got it for $2. This one was sent to me as Happy Mail from one of the Guild members, and they found it in Michigan. I don't know which store in Michigan it came from, but they said they found it in Michigan, and they said that they paid $1 for it. So that is a really cool price. Look, this even has numbers on it. I wonder if the little tools are numbered. Hold on. I just noticed something new. It says I think they are numbered. I can't tell for sure, but I don't actually have my magnifying glasses on right now, and I don't have my glasses on either. Yeah, there's something written there. So they must have a number on them or something. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It looks like it's actually written out in numbers. It's not like number, it's like 7, S-E-V-E-N or something like that. Or no, it says 8 millimeters. So that's an 8 millimeter dot, and this one gives you a 6 millimeter dot. Okay, so it tells you, and then it even says right here 8 millimeters, so you know which one goes back in which place. Oh, this is so cool. All right. Oh, wait, for some reason okay, there it is. Oh, good, you can hear me. Excellent, that's good to know. All right, so I'm gonna start with this. I'm gonna start playing around with this, and I'm going to have some fun with this first. Ow! And one of my toner bottles just fell on my toe. Hold on a second, I gotta grab that. It's closed. It's not like it's going to leak or anything, but let's not tempt fate because you know me. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start with this, and I'm going to put out some paints so that we can play with this, toolkit, because this toolkit is just amazing. Oh my gosh, I got to tell y'all something else too. You know, in some of my videos, I've linked products that you can buy, and you know, if you buy the product, I get a teeny tiny amount of commission from it. And somebody clicked on one of my links and bought a product, and I got $1.15 out of it. Okay, I did not get very much money out of it. I got $1.15, but man, I was jumping around the house like I'd won the lottery. It was great. I'm just sitting there running around going, yeah, I got $1.15. That was fun. It really was. I had, oops, this needs to be shaken. That's not very good. So yeah, it was like, you would have thought that literally, you would have thought I'd won the lottery the way I was jumping around the house and just bouncing all over the place. It was too cool. Like I said, I don't get very much from each of those little commissions, but if you do choose to click on one of those and support me that way, I really do appreciate it. And Valerie will be in here at some point in time, and when she does, you'll notice that her name is green in the chat. At least I'm hoping she'll come in. She usually does. She's a pretty regular person here, and even if she doesn't, she'll join she'll watch it later, I have no doubt. But you'll notice that her name is green, and her name's green because she's bought a membership to my channel. So those are 2 options to help support me. So if you choose to, and that's not saying that you should or you need to or anything like that, I'm just saying that the options are there. I don't really push it very often, because it's not something that's in my wheelhouse to do, but I thought I'd point it out there this time because I got that $1.15 and was jumping around. So let's try this. Oh wait, I want the other piece. I want the little thing that's down here in the bottom. I want the pad, the guide, why can't my brain come up with the right word? Template, that's the word. I want the template. There we go. So I got the template out, and I'm going to put the template down on this, and it's not going to be visible. Okay, well, we'll put the template down on this way, and I should really have something to hold that down. And I don't have any sort of clips back here, do I? I mean, I have my tweezers. I might be able to do that. Nope. All right, we're not going to use the template because this circle is too big. This is a good template for something that's not quite that big far around. All right, so anyway. Thank you. Yes, Doris has said woohoo. Amira said that's awesome. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. So we're going to start with this. We're going to start with the 8 millimeter dot, and we're just going to make a dot in the center. Nope, we're going to start with the big dot, and we're just make a dot in the center. We're just going to do that. So let's see how that works out. So here we go. I'm getting some paint onto the dotting tool, and I wiped off a little bit of it, but you can see that it's got a bit of a puddle in there, so I'm going to shake it around a little bit, see if I can get it level. Not that I've ever seen anybody do this, it's just what I'm going to try. Baby bear just jumped at something. I don't know what that was. And I'm going to put a dot down. Burp. Not a very good dot. Burp. That's a better dot. Okay, but again, when you do these, and this is the same thing that I noticed with the big dotting tool from the Arteza kit, you end up with these peaks and valleys and these other levels of stuff. So, but I think it's cool looking. I really do. I think that's a cool looking effect. All right, so I really want to try one of these other ones that have the cool shapes on them. They're just, they're calling my name. I have to try this. Look at this, these cute little leaf ones. You like the colors I chose? Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate that. I do. They're the ones on the top that I've opened already. I also have a couple more up here that I haven't opened yet. But I think these are distress ones. Yeah, I've got distress paint too. I think these just came from Michael's. I think that's where I got these from. Well, I didn't get them. I put in an order for them and my husband went and picked them up, but they came from Michael's. This one's called Vivid Violet and it's made by Deco Art, and this one's Sea Mist Pearl and it's made by Craft Smart, because I see a lot of, you know, crafters say what they're using and where they get it from, so I guess I will. All right, so now I'm going to try this one. I love the shape of this dot right here. And I will say that one thing that amazed me the last time I was using these, the last time I went live and I was using the other Arteza kit, was that it was so satisfying to go from, wow, that's a pain to push it down into the paint every time, to, wow, this is satisfying. It was amazing how quick I made that transformation. And I think that's a really cool statement about these. So I'm just eyeballing it, really. I'm not really getting a perfect shape to this because I don't have the template out. Now, what I could have done now that I think about it, is I could have actually drawn the lines with something light, like one of those like I did last time with a paint pad, with an ink pad and one of the little Fooly Foolies, and done that. Yay, I got spoons. Yay, thank you, Sherry, for sending me spoons. Hello from Delaware. That's Sherry. I don't remember your name, Sherry. I think you're new to the Chatty Crafty Guild, so welcome to the guild. Very pretty, shimmery. Love the distress as well. Yep, that's very cool. Ooh, Sea Mist is pretty. Yeah, Sea Mist is gorgeous. And the two go together really well, which I think why I keep using them together, because they're just really pretty. So yeah, it's good to have new people, Sherry. I appreciate you very, very much. I really, really do. Bloop. There's another one. Look how cool that is. I mean, that's just really cool. And if I were doing this with something like ink on paper instead of paint on chipboard, this would be a totally different effect, but I could still do it because this little piece right here would let me do that. And that's really cool. I love these. All right, so I've done that shape. I've done that shape. So this one is a little tiny dot. Let's see what it says. Let's see if I can read it. No, not really. Oh, wait, there is something written there. Okay, hold on. Oh, I have very bad eyesight. I keep on getting pop-up ads, which I don't really mind because I get 1/10 of a penny every time I get a pop-up ad. I think it says 1 millimeter, and then this one says 6 by 9 millimeters. So that's 6 millimeters by 9 millimeters, and I think it says that this one's 1 millimeter, but I'm going to do something different with this. I'm going to dip that in, and I'm going to see what happens if I try to make little lines with it. Instead of making a dot with it, I'm going to see if I can just make little lines with it. Dip it in, make a line. Because you know me, I have to try everything. I get ideas in my head, and I just have to test them. I don't know how many of you are Floridians, but does that not look like a water bug? Oh my gosh, that looks exactly like a little water bug. Oh my goodness gracious. I used to spend so much of my childhood wandering around creeks to stay out of the house, for one thing, but wandering around creeks watching the little water bugs go around the creek, and that just looks so much like a little water bug. Okay, so I kind of messed up the last one, but yeah, the little pointy tool can be used to make points. Okay, to make lines. That's really cool. Now I'm going to use the other pointy tool. I want another round one. Not quite as big as that. Let's see. Is this a round one? Yeah, Amira, I agree. Those colors are great. Okay, so this is a round one. So I'm going to use the pink this time. I'm going to get a little bit of pink on my little dauber. And I think one of the reasons that I'm getting these extra things is that I'm using a little bit too much paint. Maybe if I set it on the side where I've wiped the paint off would be better. This is so cool. I mean, this is so relaxing too. I mean, I'm saying I mean a lot, but it really is. It is so very relaxing to just sit here and do this. And it's so nice to not be, you know, pressured. I'm not pressuring myself to be perfect by any means, which is good. And it's just really relaxing to sit here and do this. This is really cool. I really like this kit. And I have to say, I actually really like both kits. The Arteza one has different things than this one does. This one has different things than the Arteza ones. The Arteza one doesn't have the little leaf-shaped ones, so I can add the leaf-shaped ones from that. But this kit doesn't have the silicone ones that the Arteza one has. The real water bugs are terrifying. Those water bugs are cute. Yeah, I don't know. I like water bugs. I do. I think they're adorable little things, but that's me. And you know what? You're allowed to be as afraid of them as you want to be because, we can't control what our little amygdala does. I mean, oh gosh. Okay, I think somebody ought to start taking count of the number of times that I say I mean, because apparently that's the one that I want to say today. Hi, Hanifa. Really hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. It is really big for me to pronounce people's names correctly. So if Hanifa is not the correct pronunciation, if you would please correct me on that, because I'm real big on correct pronunciations because people's names are such a huge part of their culture and their identity and their history. So, I want to make sure I'm pronouncing it correctly. So, hello, it was good to see you in the video that I did the earlier when we were looking at the Gainesville store, and it's good to see you back here as well. I'm just testing out these. These were sent to me by a guild member. She found them in Michigan for $1, I believe, and she sent them to me. And she only sent me one set this time, so I don't have a set of these to give away. I do have a set of the other one to give away, and the giveaway is still open. So if you go to my channel and you find the video that I put up, I believe on Monday, I think, that says the giveaway, you can find the link to the form and you can watch the information on how you have to fill out the form, because filling out the form is important because it's a scam reduction thing. Love those kits. I'm glad to be back. And yes, Hanifa is pronounced Hanifa. Yay, Hanifa. Yay, I got it right. Oh, good. I'm so glad I got it right. It's so important to me to pronounce people's names correctly. It really is. I learned that from the students that I taught, that name pronunciation was a really important part of their lives. And, they had a lot more respect for me because I respected them. So that's something if you're considering going into teaching. And honestly, I would say if you're considering going teaching in the United States, don't do it. Don't do it. It's not worth it. No, it's not worth it. I've said many, many times teaching would be awesome if we could get rid of the adults. Many, many times. So that's me. In case you're not aware of this, I was a teacher for over 2 decades. And my kids loved me and the adults hated me. And to be quite honest, I was totally okay with that. That is so pretty. That really is. Okay, I'm going to get another color in on this because I think if I use the same colors over and over again, it's going to start looking a little not, I don't think it's going to be unique or expressive enough if I use the same colors over and over again. Oh, well, I'm not using that. I'll just set them down on top of there. I needed something to set those down on. Let's see what color. Oh, that's too close to the color green, the little sea mist that I already have out. Let's see what this one is. Come on out. Come on out. Let's see what this one is. Come on out. Come on out. Oh, this one is this one's going to be so pretty if I can get it to come out of the rack. Oh, it's fighting me. No, there we go. Look at this one. That is going to be a really pretty color to add to that. Add some yellow. It's kind of yellow. It's actually the Twisted Citron from Distress Ink. So it's kind of yellow. Halloween, black and gold, real. Spider's not good. Okay, there you go. See? Right there. I know I've told y'all, I have a really weird sensitivity when it comes to bugs. Most bugs don't bother me. Most snakes don't bother me. Most spiders don't bother me. That's me. That's not saying anything about you. That's totally me. And a lot of that I think has to do with just the fact that I was a biology major and, being around swampy and decaying and multi-legged oogie things wasn't such a bad thing. But, yeah, I have a weird sensitivity, and I know I've told y'all. So if anybody asks, I'll say it again, but I ain't going to say it again unless somebody asks, why isn't this coming out? Does this have a seal on it on the inside, too? Maybe. I think that's a seal in there. And I think I just popped it out with the lid. And for those of you that are new to the Chatty Crafty Guild, this is, pretty much how it goes. I am doing this on the fly, absolutely the way things go, the way normal. This is just me just crafting away the way anybody who is crafting would craft if they just walked into their craft room and started crafting. There is no beautiful lighting. There's no great set design. There's none of that. This is just real crafting. This is what I would refer to as authentic crafting. So, yeah. Okay, I'm asking, lol. Okay, Kelly is asking. Things that have holes where there's not supposed to be holes. And one of them is the giant katydid. When the giant katydid does its little scream, its back opens up and it creeps me out so bad. There's a commercial, and I haven't seen it in a while, but there's a commercial, and I think it's an insurance commercial where a guy walks in and he's got a mouth on his chest and the mouth is talking. Yeah, no, no, that creeps me out. So yeah, show me spiders, snakes, any of that stuff, but don't show me a giant katydid chirping. No, 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 can't handle it. Just no, no, it creeps me out. It creeps me out way too bad. So yeah, that color is really, yes, it does. It really does. Now, oh yeah, I'm going to do this one. I know what I'm going to do with this. And I'm just sitting here, I'm just playing. This is just me playing and testing out the stuff. Now, right now, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to give this Arteza, no, this We Are Memory Keepers dotting tool set an 11 out of 10. I'm just going to say that right there. Oh yeah, you remember that? Yeah, I can't do the screaming katydids. Those giant katydids with their backs opening up. Yeah. Can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. No, it's creepy. It does. If you want to be creeped out, go ahead and look up a screaming katydid. Giant katydid chirping is all you have to look up, and you'll see videos of them doing it, and literally their back opens up. And it's like, no, 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 there's not supposed to be a hole there. No, 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 no. But that's what creeps me out, is holes when there's not supposed to be holes. Some of the AI things that people do is the same idea, where they'll use an AI picture and they'll have like puppies, and then their tongues will start coming out of the eyeballs or something like that. That creeps me out. That creeps me out so bad. I mean, so bad. It is just awful. Absolutely awful. Wow, they are being aggressive with the pop-up ads today. Are y'all getting a ton of pop-up ads? Because I'm getting boatloads of them right now. Heck, the noise is bad enough. What you were describing. Oh, yeah, I know, Doris. I know it is absolutely awful. Nobody, yeah, I don't think anybody said horrific, but yeah, it's horrific. I can't do it. Yep, that's a nice green nun. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the nun was supposed to be, Doris. Heck, the noise you're describing is bad enough. None. I think it might have been a no way or something. Blah, 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 blah. I'm a little scatterbrained tonight, which, okay, let's be honest. I'm a little scatterbrained just about every night I do one of these, but I'm a little extra scatterbrained tonight because, like I said, the Gainesville store is off limits for me. There's no way I'm going to be able to do the Gainesville store again. It's too triggering for me, just way too triggering for me. So, and I did the voiceover today, and I ended up doing the video and did the premiere today. So it's still weighing on my brain, and I'm trying to overcome it. And y'all know that I come here to get extra spoons, and I really appreciate y'all being here with me to help each other. And we really do support each other really well. And that's another thing that I really love about the Chatty Crafty Guild, is that we just really support each other very well. It's amazing how supportive we are as crafters to each other. You know, we celebrate each other's wins. We don't dog what each other do. It's amazing and wonderful. I have YouTube Premium. I don't see pop-up ads. Oh, Amira, you are so lucky, because I've had like 12 pop-up ads already, which, okay, I got 1.5 pennies out of it, but still. Okay, I just got here late, and maybe it isn't a great time to join. Those sounds awful. Hi, Susan. Welcome in. Sorry about your timing and everything. We were talking about things that creep us out. And some people it's spiders, some people it's bugs. You know, that's totally fine. You're allowed to be creeped out by whatever it is that creeps you out. I mean, you do you. Be your authentic self. It's just those are the things that creep me out. So, and somebody did ask, because I said if they asked, I would say, and somebody asked, so I said. So, yeah, maybe timing wasn't all that great. I'm just going to put it out there. Let's see. I'm going to do pink now. I think I need some more pink in this. And I'm just playing right now. I hope y'all don't mind that I'm just playing. I'm just relaxing my brain. I'm going to put a pink dot there. I am amazed at how much I like doing this. I really did not think, I've never done mandala before. I got the mandala kits because I wanted to try dotting and see what I thought of it. I've never done it before because I thought I would hate it, because I thought it would be just so boring and just so awful. And it's not. It's wonderful. I absolutely love this. This is such a cool way to create something, and I love the fact that I don't feel pressurized to make things perfect. And oh, there's another pop-up ad. Hold on, got to get rid of that. There we go. Yay, more spoons. Thank you, Amir. I appreciate that. Have not got one. What have you not got, Mary? Mary says she has not got one. I'm yammering away 90-0. I have no idea what I said when I asked if you had one, because I don't know, because I got those too close together. But that's fine. This is just for the relaxation of it. I'm having an awful lot of fun. It's okay. You have learned that store is off limits. Just take that way it is. It's totally off the list. And go to the other ones. Yep, you're doing great things for your channel and for all of us. Thank you, Kelly. I really appreciate that. Yeah, Gainesville is off the list. I'm not going to go back to Gainesville. I can't deal with what happened. And y'all know that I have face blindness. So I know one of the people that was involved in what happened when I was 7 years old has moved to Southwest Florida. Mar-a-Lago's on the East Coast, in case you were wondering. Mar-a-Lago's on the East Coast. But one of the people has moved to Southwest Florida, but the other person, I don't know where they are, and I'm not going to look them up. I do know their name, but I'm not going to look them up. But because I have prosopagnosia, I could literally walk up to them and talk to them and have absolutely zero recognition that this was the person that did that to me. So I think that's why Gainesville is so hard for me. So I agree. You have to take care of yourself. You are so right. Yep, I do. Self-care is important. I will always advocate for self-care on this channel. Absolutely, positively. If you need to do something for your own self-care, even if that means backing away from the channel and not listening, I'm fine with that. I will always advocate for you to be your own self-advocate and your own self-care person. Absolutely and totally. I mean, I've even said a couple times that triggering things were coming up, although I probably should have said it at the beginning of this one. But the triggery things are coming up, and if you need to step away, that's totally fine, because, you have to protect your own psyche, you have to protect your own mental health, and you know where you are, and you have to make those decisions for you. I really love this. I don't know if y'all are enjoying watching me do this, but I am really loving this. I have way too big a gap there, and I have way too big a gap there, and I don't really care. I just don't. I think this is cool. And yes, just doing art and relaxing, that's what art's for. Absolutely. That is absolutely correct, Susan. I started doing crafting when I was a little kid as a way to escape. I know I've told everybody this, but my mother was awful. And the way she would leave me alone if she thought I was studying. So I always had small sticks, toothpicks, things like that, and a skein of yarn in my desk in my bedroom, and I would sit there and make God's eyes. And I don't know if that's what they're really called, but that's what we called them when I was a kid. But they're the ones where you just wind yarn around some sort of structure. And I would just sit there and make God's eyes because she thought I was studying and she left me alone. And that was great. And, I couldn't keep them because I couldn't have them in a house because she'd know that I wasn't studying. And so I'd take them with me, and I'd leave them on the buses and on the sidewalks and on the park benches and stuff like that, just because I couldn't have them in the house, or I'd leave them in the school or something. But it was just something to do. And that's when I started crafting. And that was it. I mean, it was the perfect thing for me to do, because it took up so much space in my desk that if I heard her coming, I could shove it back really quickly and go back to studying whatever book was in front of me. And that's why I was doing those, because it was something that I could sit there and relax, and she left me alone, and it was great. And that's, I think, where crafting became such a big part of my life and such a big part of what I do. I don't have a thingy. I need to get a thingy. Hold on a second. I got to grab one of the myriad of buckets of things there. I did that without dropping something on Baby Bear, because that would have scared him. I'm actually quite proud of myself for not dropping something on him. So then I just started crafting, and as y'all know, this is my third attempt at a YouTube channel. The first one is completely defunct. I made everything private stuff. The other one is still up, but I don't do anything with it. And then there's this one. The second one never even made it to 500 subs, because I was trying to do jack of all trades kind of thing, and the YouTube algo just didn't like me. And so this one is crafting, and I throw mental health in, and that's just what I do now. And it's helping a lot. Y'all being here helps me a lot. I really, really hope that me being here helps you a lot. I had an opportunity twice on Wednesday, I think Wednesday, on Facebook, to say that I refer to this as alive loudly, that I am aliving loudly. Because, I mean, there's every bit of reason in my past to, to have given up, and I didn't, and I never have, and I never will. and I am aliving loudly in the hopes that others don't unalive quietly. That's my thought process. That if you need me for emotional support background noise, I'm here. If you need to talk to me, you chat with me through this, I'm here. You know, whatever. If you want to just chat with me on Facebook, that's fine too. I'm okay with that. And I really, really appreciate you. I don't know if you want me to say who you are, so I'm not going to, but I really, really appreciate you talking to me as we drove home from Gainesville so much. Like I said, my husband and I were reading billboards, but it wasn't enough. I needed a nonchalant, nothing conversation, and you gave me that, and it was so, so helpful. It really helped me stave off that panic attack. So I really hope that I'm helping you as much as you're helping me. I really, really do. So I want to do dotting. I want to do dotting for trying to make pictures. Whoops! To try and make pictures like the native Aboriginal people make. They're so beautiful and tell stories. Oh, yes. If you get an opportunity, read a book called Songlines. I think that's the name of it. But, and I had to read it for one of my sociology classes, but the Aborigines know every bit of Australia as a map based on song lines that they sing, because every Aborigine has their own totem, and that totem has its own song. And when they go on walkabout, which Crocodile Dundee completely bastardized, but when they go on walkabout, they're following the song line of their totem. And they sing it, and the song is a map of Australia, and they can sing a map of Australia, which is really freaking cool. So, but yeah, that would be so cool. I like the idea of pointillism as an art form. Like, I don't remember, was it Manet? I can't remember. One of the major artists started pointillism, so that was really cool. Absolutely, I am helpful. Thank you, Hanifa. I am so happy that I'm helpful to you, because I really hope that you as a group are getting as much out of this as I do. Those tools look so different from the Arteza set. Does this set have the round? No, it doesn't have round dipping dots at all. All it has, this one came from the Arteza set. The We are just dots, and I can make dots. That's a small dotting tool right there that I can sit here and I can put down small dots with, but it's not the rounded dotting tool like the Arteza set has. I lost where I'm going. That one goes there. And I don't really have space where this one goes over here. It's supposed to be to the left of that. And then I can put one to the right, and to the right, and to the right, and maybe to the right. I might have been left and right backwards, but that's what it has for dotting. Oh no, get out of there. That's what it has for dotting tools, is this. It's just a teeny tiny one. And it says right there what size it is, but I can't read it very well because I don't have my magnifying glasses on. I'm just trying to get some of this stuff off of this, and I'm not going to put them back where they belong. It's not going to happen. Sorry. Chatty Crafty is just not that organized. The pictures are also maps for them. Yes, indeed. You're absolutely right, Susan. The pictures are also maps for them. And I think that is amazing. And I think, I really think that it's important for us to maintain history as it is, and so that we know exactly what it is that people accomplished before, and exactly what it is that has been lost because of things that other people have done. And I think it's important to recognize that. I saw a story on Facebook not too long ago about a woman who sat with one person who was the last speaker of a specific language and spent like 6 or 7 years writing down everything phonetically and writing down the grammar. And when that person died, it ended up in a library somewhere. But then in the 80s, it became important again, because the people who were descendants of that particular location, I think it was an Indian tribe, but that were descendants of that particular location, wanted to learn, and they had all those books available to them so that they could learn. And I thought that was amazing. I thought that was really cool. And it turns out that a lot more people have been doing that since then, so there's a lot more of those now. And I think that's just utterly awesome. I really do. I really, really do. Okay, I've played with that enough. I love it. I absolutely love it. It is amazing. It is wonderful. It is awesome. I highly recommend this. If you run across this, definitely pick it up, because this is a really great kit. Look at the wonderful thing that I made. And I did use this once on the little green dots that are, next to the sea mist, the little twisted citron that's next to the sea mist. I did use that on that. But otherwise, every dot on here came from this tool set right here. And it is just, it's wonderful. I absolutely love it. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. Okay, this is another thing that I brought back here to test. And these I found in the, whoa, did I get a notification about? I don't know if I almost missed you. Oh no, Erica, no! I hate that YouTube doesn't always send out the notifications. That's so sad. I'm glad you found us before it went away. And knowing me, I'm still here for another 20 minutes or so. But earlier you said that this set is an 11 out of 10. So you like this set too. What are the pros, cons of each, please? Okay, the pros and cons of each. Now, I will say that the con of this one is that the template is not big enough to go around larger pieces. So if I pull this piece out, this template, and they're limited to how big they could make the template, but honestly, they could have rolled it instead of folding it. And I will say that a con is definitely that this template has been folded, because it's a folded template. And so you've got this crease in the template, which is going to cause a slight discrepancy in where the dots are. So I would change the size of the template. I would make it bigger. I would roll it instead of fold it. That's definitely a con on this. This is something that I can do, and I probably will do, is that these should be in some way highlighted. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of this and rub it on, just to make this easier to read. And then I'm going to wipe off the excess, and that should leave some in the gap so that I can read what this says. See, now I can see that that says 10 by 20, which is so much easier to read than when it's just like this on there. So that's another con, but that's something that's easily fixed. Another thing is it would be neat if these had if these were rubber instead of plastic, if they had a rubber edge instead of a plastic edge, but I'm not going to be too upset about that because the plastic edge works really well too. I just like the idea of being able to push it down a little bit more. Another con is that when you're using it with paint, it does tend to pick up an awful lot of paint. So actually, while I've still got that out, let me try that with a piece of paper. Hold on. Got to get a piece of paper out, and I wasn't ready for doing anything with paper, so I don't really have any paper ready for me. There we go. All right, so I got a piece of paper out now. Let's try the same thing on a piece of paper and see if I get the same effect, because this has a shine on it. This is not in any way porous. It's not going to suck anything in. So I'm going to try a couple dots with this with the paint, and then I'm going to try a couple dots with a ink pad and see what I get out of that. They should have made the template out of silicone and rolled it. Yes. I agree with you, Erica, but maybe it's a cost thing. You're absolutely right. It might be a cost thing, but of course, silicone's better for the environment than plastic anyway. Try a China marker, which is made for that. Ooh, I don't even know what that is. I will have to look up China marker because I do not know what that is. Thank you. I am very new. Hey, yay, Sherry. Hi, Sherry. Did I miss saying hi to a new person? Oh, no, I said hi to you earlier. I think I did. I may not have. My brain's right now. So we're going to try this with paint. I'm just going to make a couple dots with it and see what happens when I do this. And I have found that tapping it out on the top instead of just dipping it directly in the well and then going is easier or better. It gives you a better push than if you just tap it out. See, now that's looking pretty good right there. That's not pushing out nearly as much paint. It's not staying onto the surface like this did on here. Or like this did on here, actually, because this is the one that I was doing. But isn't that so pretty? Oh, my gosh. That is just too pretty. That really is. That's just too pretty. They should have had a hand blade out of silks. Try China marker. Hi, Erica. Meaning Arteza versus Tonight Set. Oh, meaning Arteza versus Tonight Set. They're both... the Arteza one doesn't have the petal shape ones, but the other one doesn't have these... silicone ones. Really and truly, I would go with both. If you have the opportunity to go with both because they both bring something amazing to the party. They really do. They're different enough because this one uses the balls and the silicone pieces, and this one uses the shapes and the plastic pieces. I would go for both. If you have to do one or the other, if I were forced to pick one over the other, I would probably pick the Arteza set because it has more tools. That would be because the Arteza set, if I pull mine out, this has 49 pieces in it. This one only has like 9, and that's including the template. So you're getting 16 dotting sets and a template in this one, whereas this one you're getting all of these dotting tools, and there's boatloads of them in here. You've got the flat style, you've got the dotting small style, you've got the dotting big style, like this one, with the big balls on them, and then you've got the dotting with the silicone tips. It comes with a easel. The pads that I'm using came from this one. It comes with like 12 different stencils, which still aren't as big as I would like them to be, but there are 12 of them. And then this thing that starts with a P. Palette. This palette came from the Arteza set as well. And the question, who manufactured this? This is manufactured by We Are. And I don't know if it's We Are Makers or We Are Keepers or We Are Dotting Tools. I don't know which We Are it is, but it's one of the We Ares. It's We Are Memory Keepers, We Are Makers, or We Are Dotting Tools would be my guess. And I would honestly guess that since this is coming from the American Crafts buyout, that it's either We Are Makers or We Are Memory Keepers. That would be my thingamajig. There we go. Yeah, Doris, it's a thingamajig. Yes, thank you, Susan. It's a palette. There we go. Yes. Yeah, it's a thingamajig. All right, so that's what it looks like when you're doing paint on paper. And it would have shown up better if I'd used either the darker color pink or a darker color paper. But that's okay. And now I'm going to try it with ink. I'm actually going to try it with an ink pad. Wait, I'm going to try it with an ink pad that I know works really, really well because I absolutely love these ink pads. Oh, these ink pads are beautiful. I got them from Journal Say. Oh my gosh, I love these ink pads. These ink pads, the best one you can't get from Journal Say anymore, but I love these ink pads. Oh, look at that. There we go. So I think this would work better if it were silicone. At this point, the fact that it's plastic is definitely affecting its usability. But you know what I just thought? Is Valerie here yet? No Valerie yet. Darn it. I'm about to get my sprayer bottle out. She's going to say something about the mister. Step away from the mister. The green one. Thingamajig, the green one. Oh, the green one would be cool too. Let's try the green one. All right, so see, I can easily be swayed in my live streams to do whatever you ask me to do. So I can sit here and play with these things and we can experiment together, which is one of the things that makes my live stream so much fun, is that we experiment together. You make suggestions, you ask questions, and then I test it out and we all get to look at it, and I'm the one who ends up dirty. Although I'm doing pretty well tonight. Look at that. Well, no, I take that back. I do have a little bit of ink on me there. Oh, well. But see, now that it's not silicone or not plastic is having an effect on that. So if I use this one that is silicone and do that, I definitely get a better print from it. Let's see if the little metal dots give me a better print. I mean, they do, but it's a tiny little dot, so that's not much to go on. Actually, I was just giving some props to the green ink pad, but I love the Twisted Citron too. Oh, you're just giving drops. Okay. See, that's one of the, that I have to say, that's one of the things about being live on YouTube that is slightly annoying, is that I am 30 seconds ahead of you. So whatever you type in the chat is, I get to see it 30 seconds after I've said whatever I said that prompted you to type it, plus however long it took you to type it. So there's this disconnect because of the delay from YouTube. What I think is interesting is I used that white ink pad that I have to do the template the last time. This still is wet. There is still white ink on that. I don't know if you can see it on my finger, but there is still white ink on this. This did not dry on plastic. This is very definitely a dye ink. So I'm going to definitely clean that off and put it away because I don't want that to get in with the rest of my templates. But this is one of the stencils that came from the Arteza set. So that's what I mean by the, if I were pushed to buy one or the other, I would buy the Arteza one. It has more pieces, it has more functionality, but in all honesty, I would want both. And I do want both, and now I have both. And if I had a second one of the other one to give away, I would give it away too. But I am giving away one of the Arteza sets. Like I said, you can go to the video that I posted, I think on Monday. It says giveaway in the title. If you go to Chatty Crafty and videos and you look for the one that says, the most recent one that says giveaway, that's where it is. Now, I store my ink pads upside down. I have no idea if that's beneficial, but that's the way I've always done it, so that's the way I do it. I don't know if that's good, bad. I don't know if it's complete. It makes absolutely no difference. I honestly couldn't tell you. But, oh wait, I gotta put these away too. I'm so bad about not putting things away, and then 3 days later, I can't find whatever it is that I was looking for. That's so me. That's so me. All right, so putting this away now, and then I got all those put away. I highly recommend. I mean, honestly, if you can find either of them, buy them. Buy them, buy them, buy them. I hope she's okay. I know, Valerie's usually here. we're missing our sarcastic content. I mean, really and truly, we are totally missing our sarcastic content. You know what I don't see is my mister. Where'd my mister go? Oh no, I don't have my banana mister. Where's my banana mister? No, I don't have my, what did I do with my banana? Oh, there it is. Okay, okay. See, if I whine about it enough, it shows up. But I wanted to try this on this ink to see if it would reactivate it and see what happened. So that's me misting it and seeing what happens when I do that. And it does, it kind of moves a little bit, not great. Let's see if I move it around. Okay, now I'm gonna get dirty. Not really, maybe this isn't water activated. No, that's really not water activated, and that's not a water activated ink pad. Interesting. So this right here is really and truly not a water activated ink pad. Interesting. Now, see, I don't know what it says. It probably says it's not a water-activated ink pad on there somewhere, but I don't know. But that, I still love it. It's still one of my favorite all-time ink pads. I got 3 of them from Journal Say. I only got one of the bestest one. Oh, well, timing is everything. Oh, according to the ad below the video, it is We Are Memory Keepers paint dotting set. Okay, cool. Yeah, see, I found one. It's a link that if you do choose to link on that, to click on that link and buy it, I will get a teeny tiny amount of money, like the $1.15 that made me dance around my living room, my family room, like I had just won the lottery. But it's not much. It's really not much that I get. But if you do choose to buy it that way, number one, it's a lot more expensive than if you find it at Ollie's. And number two, I will get a teeny tiny commission out of it. So you need to be aware of that in case you don't want to support my channel, which is totally fine. You do you. I mean, I'm not going to tell you anything about how you should or should not spend your money. That is not my place. It's not going to happen on this channel. So I think Erica has, it says, don't read this. Yep, I think Erica has the sarcasm down too. Yep, definitely, definitely. Now, see, I have the opposite. Once I put it away, where did it go? Yeah, you've seen my crafting area. You've seen the massive pile that is ready to fall on my head. I've got one behind me that you haven't seen, and I've got one to my left that you have seen. It's just, oh, goodness gracious. One day my husband's going to come back here and have to unbury me. I know it's going to happen one day. I just do. It's just too funny. Oh, sorry, pardon me. So anyway, I'm going to try and open this and see about how these work. Because somebody said that these were really good chalk and that I should get one when I saw the chalk tool. So now that I've seen the chalk tool again, I've gotten these chalks and I'm going to test them out. I am not really a chalk person, a chalk thing user. I'm really not. Oh, garbage. Well, okay, some of these are broken. That's okay. They still work. If I had a nickel for every time. Because when I started teaching, we still had chalkboards. So if I had a nickel for every time I've just run out the very last little piece of chalk, I would be so rich right now and wouldn't have to do anything. All right, so now how do I get this in there? So it goes in that way. So there we go. So I've got the chalk in. I'm going to push it in a little bit further. And I'm wondering what this is, because this is silicone. It's not a hard piece. So I'm wondering if that's like I can smudge this around. So I'm going to put down some chalk and then I'm going to try smudging it. And no, it doesn't actually smudge it, but it does kind of erase it. I wonder if this is erasable chalk. Where's the packaging? What did I do with the packaging? I just had it in my hand. Oh, goodness gracious. I mean, literally just had it in my hand like 20 seconds ago. Now oh, there it is right there. Okay. So it says skinny chalk and holder. That's all it says. Our skinny chalk and holder let you create small details to project without getting messy. Aligned. Oh, it is. Angled eraser on the holder top allows for minor corrections and adding negative space details. Perfect for writing and crafting signs, tags, banners, and other little ideas. I would not want to write a sign out of this. Can you imagine how long it would take to make a sign out of that teeny tiny little piece of chalk there? I bought the chalk markers, not that I needed any more markers. Oh, Erica, you and I are in the same boat. Yes, I promise I know English. That's okay. I am not picky about things that get written down. You know that. When I was a teacher, I couldn't have cared less when my kids misspelled something as long as I understood what they were saying, except if they were writing the formulas for elements. They had to capitalize in lowercase correctly. Great minds think alike. Yep, maybe a small sign. Yeah, maybe just a tiny sign. Oh yeah, that's what y'all are saying. Doris and Erica said it at the same time. See, now y'all both owe each other a Coke now. I'm just saying. But this is kind of cool. I mean, it's not really anything that I thought about buying or anything. It's just somebody had said that it was a really cool set, so I thought I'd pick it up and test it out. And it's EK Tools, which I'm now saying correctly. So yeah, that's definitely a nice thing. Another thing that I picked up and I wanted to test out is these. And there should be an icky sticky. Oh, there is. Oh, there's an icky sticky on these. I bought the chalk markers a few months ago, and I don't need them. Yeah, I bought them too, and I didn't need them. I was really bad one day. That live stream where I tested all the markers, except for the one set that I wanted to test, and now I can't find because I wanted to show you it's the one that's got the color changing set. I saw it when I rewatched it that I never tested it, and now I cannot find it. I literally cannot find it. I looked for it before I started this live stream so that I could test it during this live stream. I really have no idea where exactly my craft room decided to eat that. But it did. But this does have icky sticky, which means that this is a pouch that I can store these in, but I really don't like the icky sticky. Don't worry, we trust you, Erica. So here we go. And so it's got these cute, beautiful little bows. Look at that little bow. And I found these in two different colors. I found them in ivory, and I found them in this nice little lavender mauve lilac-y color, and they're just gorgeous. And these came out of the Gainesville store. And there's 40 pieces in here. I was wrong. It's not 100, it's 40. But there are 40 little bows in here for $1. And that's just an incredible price. I mean, what is that? 2.25 cents each, or what is that? 2.5 cents each for these little bows. And they come with a little pearl, and you don't have to tie them yourself. Oh my gosh, that's so perfect. That really is. And these were made by Ofre. This is an Ofre thing. That's cool. I need to de-stash some markers. Oh, no. I will never, ever, ever de-stash markers. No, I am very definitely a marker hoarder. Not only do I buy them when I don't need them, I will not get rid of them until they are absolutely, completely, and totally out of ink. And by out of ink, I mean I've soaked them in water or alcohol for a while to see if I can suck just a little bit more out. Really and truly. I mean, that's just the way it is. Oh my goodness gracious. I love my markers. I do. This is another thing that I brought back here. I saw these. These also came from the Gainesville store because I saw them in the video that I was doing tonight. I bought a few of the dollar fine liners from Ollie's, and I already had some. But, you know, that's fine because fine liners run out of ink, and then you can throw the one that you had away and you still have another one. I mean, I did not need to buy 3 of those sets of those metallic marker, paint marker things, paint sticks, but I did. I totally did, because I knew if I didn't have extras when the one ran out, I would be upset. Now, this doesn't have an icky sticky pouch for me to open, so I'm going to have to actually open this one. So I'll pull the top off and do that. But Cece, I've had the current set of fine liners for years now. I'm ready to use the new ones. Hey, no, you can use the new ones too. There's nothing that says you can't use the old ones and the new ones at the same time. They don't have to run out before you use the new ones. You're just adding to your stash. You're giving you more options to grab when you go to grab something. That's all it is. Put them out. Use them. Yes, I have a couple of duplicates too. I know I have at least 2 of the chalk marker sets. Oops. See, I think I have 2 of the chalk marker sets, but not because I intended to get 2. I honestly think when I was doing that live stream where I was showing you the chalk marker sets, that it was so familiar that I'd already done it that I really think that I have 2 of those. But that's okay. They'll get used. They really will. But look at these beautiful little, they're foam. They're foam, and they already have the sticky on them. So they're double-sided foam, but they're printed, and some of them are glitter. And look at this beautiful blue, which is supposed to be a butterfly, but it's got extra pieces on here that didn't get cut off in the process of making it. But I'll totally keep those extra pieces because those are going to be cool to use as pieces for like a collage or something. But they're the same set whining. So what, Erica? There's nothing wrong with having 2 sets open at the same. I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there, plopping it on the table, letting you look at it. Just go ahead and open both sets. Just enjoy, have a ball. You know, you might find that there's a slight difference in the tone and timbre of them because they're not the same lots. Like when you get different lots of thread or different lots of yarn. You know, how it's just slightly different in one lot than it is with another. So you could have just the slight difference. So you could like use both of them at the same time with just a slight color variation. Wouldn't that be so cool? I think I have another set, but it's different colors. So I bought the chalk set. I bought the chalk set markers last month, then I realized I'd bought another set of chalk markers last year, never opened them. Craft room set and living room set. There you go. See, Doris for the win on that one. Doris has the idea. Yeah, these are really pretty, Hanifa. These really, really are super pretty. I'm glad I bought these. It was $1 for this whole thing of them. And this one is also glitter, but it's a flower. Look at that. Look at that. I'll just pull the little pieces out that aren't supposed to be there. And look at that. I can use these little pieces because they've already got sticky on the back of them. There's no reason to throw these away. I can use those as like decorations or embellishments as, you know, a collage on a card. That should be really cool. So yeah, that's really cool. So yeah, this is so cool. I do. I like these a lot. There's another flower. This one got a little bent up in shipping. There's some bends on it, but that's okay. No harm done because it's got this little bend here, but I mean, if I take something and highlight that and make it look like it was supposed to be there, like an ink pad or something, that would be really cool. So, let's see. There's a cute little conversation going on between members of the guild in the chat. So those are those. And look, they even have these right here that they're not just flowers. They actually have colors on them. So you've got the center. And this is just so cool. Imagine putting that down with a piece of, either a piece of green cardstock or just even drawing with a pen or some paint right there and just making a stem for that. That would be so pretty. Oh my goodness gracious. Those are really cool. So we've now got a living room set, a family room set, a craft room set, and a travel set. Right on. That's the way to do it. See, there's no reason to not have multiples of these same items. We're figuring it out. Us as a Chatty Crafty Guild, we are just figuring all this out. Yeah. So we have lights. Oh, Erica, that's perfect. Erica said we have lights in every room. Why not markers? That's like so totally perfect. I love that. That one lost its little backing. I'm going to stick it there so it doesn't stick together to other things in here. That's too cool. And then there's this one. And this is the Simplicity ribbon that I found for $1 somewhere. I can't remember which store I got this for $1 in. And then they had it in the Castleberry store for $5, which I thought was exorbitant for an Ollie's. Now, I don't know how much this would normally be if you were to go into a store and buy Simplicity ribbon like this. It's only a yard. It's not like this is a lot of ribbon at all, but I thought I'd test it out and see if there's any reason why this might be worth $5. Let's see, show that. That's a decorating tip I can get behind. Yes, so true. I think this is not going to be good for my budget. Well, you know, Susan, somebody, I don't remember who said it, but somebody put it perfectly when they said that the Ollie, going into Ollie's, they're going broke, saving so much money. That is so perfect. So this is what it looks like. It is really pretty. I will give it that. This is really pretty ribbon. It's not stretchy. I expected it to be stretchy. It does stretch a little bit in this direction, but not in this direction. And honestly, it feels like I'm distorting it too much if I try to stretch it in this direction. Like I'm changing it too much. So I wouldn't suggest doing that. It is really pretty ribbon. I will give it that. But I wouldn't say that a yard of this was worth $5 at an Ollie's. That's me. I mean, y'all do you. But like I said, the Castleberry store is where I saw it for $5. I don't remember which store I got this from, but it was probably one of the ones on the West Coast. Probably Waters, in all honesty. But yeah. But I really think I fit in with this kind of thing. Yeah, there you go, Susan. I'm glad you fit in. I really am glad you fit in. I'm glad that you found a place. I really am. We are really a bunch of fun-loving people. And the link to the Chatty Crafty group on Facebook is also in the description for this. But be sure to answer the questions because the moderator assist will knock out your request if you don't answer the questions. And then I won't see it. So answer the questions. And so far, everybody's, they answer the questions. Questions are super easy. So, I mean, everybody's answered the questions has been admitted into the group. But there is a Chatty Crafty group, and we're like this there, too. And one of the advantages of the Chatty Crafty group is there are people in the Chatty Crafty group from other parts of the country. So they're posting what they're finding in their Ollies in the Chatty Crafty group, because that's another thing that we do is we point out where to find really good, really inexpensive craft supplies. So, but that's pretty. Okay, that's an hour. I might actually make this an hour long. I really appreciate everybody. I am feeling so much better. I really, really am. And that's all due to you. And I cannot thank you enough. You have I am so humbled and so grateful to each and every one of you. I wish I could help you understand exactly how much each and every one of you means to me and how grateful I am to have each and every one of you in my little craft room life. I really am. I'm very, 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 it's very hard for me to socialize in real life. I'm so terrible at it. And I'm so self-conscious that it makes it just impossible for me to socialize in real life. But I get to socialize with everybody here. And I am so grateful to each and every one of you so very much for spending a little bit of your time, with me being silly and crafting and, just having a great time and your suggestions and your banter and the inside jokes that we're creating. I love it. I really do. And I'm so appreciative of each and every one of you so much. I can't express it. So yeah, Mary says we love you. I love y'all too. Absolutely, completely, and totally. Yes, Kathy, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm feeling better too, and I hope everybody else is feeling better. Remember, there's going to be a 30-second lag between when I say goodbye and when I see your statement. So I appreciate every statement that you've said. Thank you so much, everybody who has participated. I don't remember everybody who's here. The new people, I'm so grateful to all of you. Amira, oh my gosh, you've been here since the beginning, and I'm so grateful to you. Mary, Kathy, Kelly, Doris, everybody. I know I'm missing people, but I'm so grateful to you. Thank you so very much, everybody. Cheers and happy crafting.